Hi everyone, welcome. Get comfortable, grab a cup of tea, and get ready because we've got a lot to get through. In the chat on the right, say hi, where you're from in the world and what your name is. So I'm Paul, I'm in Sydney. Drop it in the chat. And throughout the session today, I'm going to try and keep it under an hour. I've got a lot to get through. Keep an eye on the chat because I'm going to give you some freebies, and I'll sometimes pin them, or my team will pin them in the chat at the top right. So keep your eyes peeled, particularly at the top right of the chat, and maybe sometimes for an offer at the bottom right, because I'm going to give away some freebies. So there's two really cool free things that I'm going to give you today that someone said that they would charge $10,000 for something basically identical. And I gave it away in a webinar for free. So you're going to get that. And so you're going to stay to the end, and you're going to get a customer finder, an AI customer finder, and a pricing calculator. And I'm going to give you heaps of links today of stuff that I use to help my clients and to have started businesses in the past. So let's actually get into it. I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully that works. I'm sure we'll have a few. We'll have a few technological fails along the way, but that's fine. Well, that's why we're here. I'll be playing a video in a second, so maybe my team just sing out and let me know that you can hear it okay. So, what's that do? Annotate, that looks fun. All right, so that's me. And today we are here to build your blueprint to launching your first e-commerce business and scaling it to your first $10,000. So I'm going to show you the exact steps on how to do that. Now, if you're listening to this and you already have a store, that's okay. If you're making $1 million a month already, probably you need to DM me and we'll have a separate chat about that. This is largely geared towards people who just want to start an online business and they don't know how. They might have an idea, they might have no idea. So it's beginner. If you've got a small online business already doing $5,000, $10,000 a month, I'll give you a link at the end if you want to talk about how to work with me to grow that, but you'll still pick up good stuff here. So my promise to you, in this session, I've jam-packed it. I've probably put too much into it. And I'm going to show you how to start an online business with no idea, no experience. And I want you to launch it and make $10,000, your first $10,000 in 90 days. Now, the first 10,000 is the hardest. You might have heard me say that on Instagram. If you can get it to 10,000, after that, the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50 is actually much easier. I actually believe it's harder to make your first 10,000 than your first million. Because in your first 10,000, it's all about validating the idea. Have we got an idea or not? You can scale it later. So I'm going to teach you all of those steps today. And this is why I've done a webinar based on the first 10K. And if you can bring an idea that's really strong to me in 12 months, we've got a much better chance of success. So that's why we're going to spend a lot of time talking about products today.
Hey guys, Paul Waddy here. Another good week at Paul Waddy e-commerce.
Can you guys hear that? I want to get you a little bit revved up.
Call out G'd Up Clothing for some numbers they did in June. Right here you see 2.91 mil. By the time I took this screenshot, it probably grew to 3 mil just after. This is in one day, probably closer to 12 hours. So you see $3 million in one day, and that's from one launch of a collection. Not a massive collection either. So it just goes to show the power of brand. I know I talk about G'd Up a lot because I think it's one of the most extraordinary brands.
Okay, so $3 million in 6 hours with one of our clients there, G'd Up. So just to get you a little bit revved up. Now, we're not all going to make that in our first year. So let's take it down a level from here. I hope you could hear. I couldn't see the chat, but I'm assuming it's okay. Chris, you can send me a WhatsApp or something. So maybe this is going to be you in 90 days. This is Sarah and Tay feeling grateful today. This is 14 days ago. Feeling grateful today. We launched a new product this month and hit our 10K. We hit our 10K month in the first 7 days of launch on Mother's Day, which felt fitting because we're both mothers running our own business. Love that. Some of you will probably relate to that. A lot of mums there coming back to the workforce and so on, starting e-com businesses. You guys are great. Sharing this because the program and coaching have had a really positive impact on how we approach our business, and the results are reflecting that. Thanks, Paul, and everyone for support and guidance. Okay, so that could be you. Get excited. There is nothing separating Sarah and Tay from any one of you here. It's just about trusting the process. So I mentioned free gifts. I'm going to give you an AI customer finder, which is also going to build out basically a whole marketing strategy. And that's the document I was talking about that someone was charged over $10,000 for. So you're going to get that for free. Again, keep an eye on the right-hand side of the chat and we'll drop the links in. And a pricing calculator. Not sure how to price your products? My calculator is an app that I built that'll do it for you. So you're going to stay to the end. And again, at the end, I'm giving you a huge, huge offer. Huge. So make sure you stay to the end. Let's rip in. So I am Paul. Shopify. Forbes said that this boss is making Shopify easier for every e-commerce business. I wrote these two books here, which both went #1 around the world. Shopify for Dummies and Selling Online for Dummies, both written by me. I'm the winner of the Online Retail Industry Association's Industry Recognition Award, Industry Person of the Year. Way back in 2019, I was #2 in the top 50 people in e-commerce in Australia. I was voted the best e-commerce expert in APAC. I've founded Australia's fastest growing ad agency, Ecom Nation, co-founded with 2 friends. And I'm constantly in the press, BNN Bloomberg in the States, ABC, Forbes, 7, etc. I'm also the chair of the industry body here in Australia, the National Online Retail Association. So I chair that body and I chair Australia Post Retail Customer Advisory Group. And I chair members alongside the owner of Kogan and the CEO of Temple and Webster and Woolworths and enormous brands. So what I want you to know is not showing off. I'm wanting you to know that you're in extremely good hands. I would like to think of myself as the #1 person in e-commerce in the world, and happy to be proven wrong. Now, I've worked with a lot of brands, probably some of them that you follow. Showpo, Who is Elijah, Oz Hair and Beauty, Baby Boo, G'd Up, Maison de Sabre, Black Milk, The Horse, Miss Amar, Riff Raff & Co. You name it, I've probably helped sell it. From clothing to kids products to baby products to a lot of beauty products. Naked Sundays is one of my clients. So Masterco, there's a lot of them. Coastal Girl, more recently, absolutely blowing up. Teaching them the same things I'm teaching you today. So the first point I want to make is that e-commerce is growing. It's not slowing down. It's actually still small. So it's still only about 24% of all retail purchases. I say only, that's not even half yet. So if you're sitting here thinking, like my wife says, oh, every idea's been done. And it doesn't always have to be a new idea, as we're going to talk about today. It could be a new spin on an old idea, an improvement. So I feel like it's a gold rush. I feel like there's so much money to be made over the next decade in e-commerce that it's scary. When you think about my kids under 7, 3 kids under 7, the way they use an iPad is better than me. You can't tell me that in 10 years, everything won't be online. We're ordering food through Uber. That didn't exist 5, 10 years ago. So my point is, you could look back in 20 years and be a pioneer and create generational wealth for your kids, your grandkids. And that's what I want for you. But if you just want to do a side hustle, that's okay. That's okay. And that probably leads me to a question of how much money do I need, Paul? Well, we've got people, drop shippers. I've got a drop shipper doing 3 million a month in our group. We've got drop shippers doing 150,000 buying products the way I'm going to show you, 150,000 a month. I'm going to show you how they found their products today. They were in sort of the beauty and wellness space. So you might start with 10, 20 grand and buy inventory. You might start as a drop shipper on zero. It doesn't matter. You're in the right place. The principles are all the same. Let's find a product and make it work. So in the next 45 minutes, we're going to talk about how to find ideas and products and customers, find a niche, price your products, build a website, run ads, come up with a content plan. There's a lot. So we better get moving. And I'm going to give you the 2 free tools and a huge bonus at the end. So really, I've split this into 4. There's 4 key pillars. And the first one is finding an idea, finding a product, finding a customer, building a store, launching, and then making your first 10,000. Let's go back to the customer. So when you find a product, the mistake that a lot of people say is you go 2 ends of the spectrum. You go, I love this product. This mug is the best mug I've ever had in my life. I love this mug, trust me. And I made that mistake. And that was great, but nobody else loved it. Now, the other, so there's no customers. Adjust my lighting here. Sorry, OCD getting to me a little bit. The other mistake is going up the other end of the spectrum and saying, oh, I've got to get a product that I can sell to everybody. Not so. This light is starting to bother me. Not so. Now, you only need 6,666 customers to spend $150 with you to make $1 million. So you don't need one. It can't just be you, because I like to say we are not our customer. But if you don't need 1 million. 6,666 customers spend 150 and you make $1 million. All of you listening to this can do that. All of you listening, if you follow the process, can find 6,666.6 customers. So how do we find the product? I'm going to get straight into a few tools that I use for you guys today. I'll start on, what will I start on? I think I'll start on, we've got a few tools. I'll start on Amazon. All right, so I want you guys to open up Amazon, and I want you to find a category that you're sort of interested in. I've chosen a weird one, but I have 3 little kids, so it's kind of cute. So go to Alibaba. So Alibaba's the main site that people use. Now, I've just gone to top ranking. Now, this, just a heads up, the top ranking section moves around a lot. If you can't find it, just go into Google and type Alibaba top ranking. And so what I've done is I've gone into top ranking and I've just chose all bath and potty stuff for kids. And this is a big, why? Because I like pain point, pain point solving products. And this was a big problem for us. 3 little kids, especially traveling. So I was kind of interested, like, yeah, what do they got? And you see this one here was ranked number 3. So straight away, this gives you all the data. That's the best selling product on Alibaba. I've selected the US. You can change that. So is this a good selling product? Yeah, it's the number 1 selling product. What else do you notice about it? You can buy one of them. Now, here's your first massive learning. Everybody thinks they've got to create a brand and put that brand on the product and buy 1,000 of them like this guy wants. I've got clients doing, I don't know, 20 million a year just using the generic branding off the product. So this one's called Yeehoo. That's totally okay, especially for testing. You might buy 1 or 2 or 3 pieces, and if they sell well, then you put your own brand on it, increase the quantities and so on. But particularly on low budgets when you're starting out, there would be nothing wrong with just spinning up landing pages for a product like that. This is kind of a funny one, traveling infant baby potty training. So how I would do this, I'd say, yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. That's like nifty. I could get around that. I could put do some ads around that. So what's it called? It's called a traveling infant baby potty training chair. So what I do, I've done that earlier, I put it in Google and I see who else is selling it. But what I'd like to do is I like to go to trends.google.com to tell me if people are searching for it. So what was it? A traveling potty, something like that, wasn't it? So now I put it in there and I see if people are searching for that. And I might go the last 12 months. And I can see, yeah, not really getting many searches. So I might go back to the drawing board unless I got it wrong. Folded baby toilet seat, we'll try that. Folded baby toilet seat. So this tells you essentially how many people are searching for it. Now I might go worldwide. Oops. And what you want to find here, guys, is not this, right? You want to find that it's tracking up. So this is not really getting any search volume at all. So we might say, well, let's scrap that idea and let's go back and choose another category. Now, here's one I did earlier. So I got into the baby and pet supplies. So I might sort of say, yeah, well, what else am I interested in? High chairs and boosters or baby proofing. So you pick your category and you go browsing. And these are going to tell you, all of the hot selling items. Baby head protector, factory. Yep. So head protective. That's quite interesting. So baby head protective. So I haven't seen that before. So I'm kind of interested in that. So I'm going to say baby head protective to see what comes up. Yeah, so that's growing. All right, so just found this one on the spot. So I could probably, but so okay, so that's growing, guys. So I'm leaning forward. So see that it's had no search volume, and see how it's spiking up. So that's trending up. So you want to catch stuff like that now. We might have just found one. You want to catch stuff like that right now, and then you want to make sure that you're bringing it in before it starts to head on down. So another one, a little example of one that I found about a year ago, and actually one of our clients took it on, was vitamin K2. And I found it the same way. Looking at top ranking in Alibaba, and so, oh, vitamin K2, I didn't even know what it was. So I found it in the health section of what we're doing in Alibaba. I typed it in, have a look at that. Now, I found this back here, and one of our members got in and launched it and got up to about $300,000 a month during this period using the exact strategy. There would be no point starting that business now, guys, because it's already leveling out. But you want to catch it up here. And all we're doing is what I just did there, top ranking. If you can't find your category, Alibaba can be hard to navigate. See, it can be really tricky. So we can go back. We can go back. We can go back. So let's, I don't know, let's look at all categories and see what's ranking across Alibaba. We might have wigged it out there. Give it a reset. All right, so it still looks to be in the, let's look in the home and garden category. You might be a bit of a green thumb. So home and garden, we've got pergolas and gazebos, we've got curtains, we've got dinnerware, we've got plastic bags, we've got artificial plants. Again, just go into each of these sort of areas, scented candles, and have a look at what is number one. What is number one? All right, I am just going to do one more. I knew I'd go over time here, but I'm going to do one more because I love doing this. Let's go to healthcare, because health is always survives a recession. Let's look at supplements. This is how I found vitamin K2. So some of you guys will be knowing this. So what's this? Astaxanthin, whatever that is, complex vitamins, fish oil. So you can go through and look at the most popular, the hottest selling. This is your data, guys. This is your data. So you can see in nutrition, creatine still going strong. But what you want to make sure, if you're looking at creatine, I know a lot of you will be, is again, bringing it back here, clearing this out and just saying, yeah, but is it too late for me? And if you're doing a creatine, just know that it's got to be the latest. So you know the latest at a certain point was gummies, creatine gummies. So someone got onto that. See the boom? See, I'd say it, yeah, see it's starting to dip a little bit. So I think that creatine's probably done. So I hope that's useful, guys. I'm going to show you a shortcut that we use. And again, you can do the same on Amazon, same on SimilarWeb, but the shortcut that I use is I built a tool that scrapes in all this data. So I called it Trend Scout. So it's this here, and this is my product, which I think I've loaded it up here. So this is when people work with us, we give them access to tools like this to make it a little bit easier. So you can see right now across all platforms, what's trending now today is eco-friendly reusable food wraps, smart water bottles, home office ergonomic chairs, portable solar chargers. Man, that's pretty cool. So what you can do here is say portable solar chargers. I'm interested in that. You might be interested in that. Cool. Takes you straight to Google Trends. Have a look at that. Someone please do this idea. Have a look at that volume. Man, I'm excited. And then I'll go you one better. I'll show you where to buy. Well, you can choose it on Amazon as well. So it'll take you to Amazon. So you can have a look at how much people are selling it for. So that's where you do your research. But what you want to do there, guys, is see if it's trending on Alibaba and made in China. And what we want to do is probably look at how much we can buy it for. I don't want to get too carried away here, but they also sort of do. Might need a refresh on that. What was it called? Solar charger. Yeah, so see here, I can now just go in and search for it straight on Alibaba. Anyway, using these links, you can just buy the products, right? So it'll do the work for you. Right, so there you go. That takes you straight into the product. You can look at it. Yep, minimum order, 20 pieces. It's got a cool brand. Go for it. You can spin up a website on AI in about a day, guys. And I'll show you how to do it. Look, I've gone way too far on the product, but I hope you're excited. Man, it makes me want to start a new one. So are you all enjoying this so far? Is this stuff useful? You guys like this? I just want to show you very quickly how to validate your idea now, okay? So great, portable charger, I think it's good. I mean, the validation's probably there, right, in Google Trends and so on, but it's still good to put it through a bit of a test, right? So the old-fashioned way, when we didn't have all that cool data like Trend Scout and so on, is to just go and do this. So you've got an idea. All right, cool. What does your idea do? I want you guys now on the call, for those that have ideas, finish that sentence. We help specific audience, men aged 35 to 45, achieve weight loss through meal replacement shakes that are organic. So finish that sentence. There's a value proposition is where a lot of brands fall apart. A good example in our groups lately is Coastal Girl. Your hair gets fried after swimming, just use Coastal Girl. If you can take that strong go-to-market message, oh my gosh, is it easier to get return on ad spend? My product helps, insert your target customer, achieve, insert a result, buy. My product helps men and women aged 45 and above to reduce wrinkles through all natural oil. Well, that was a really bad one, but so don't do anything until you can finish that value proposition. So you might have a skincare idea. Example for you, my product helps people with sensitive skin reduce redness and irritation by using all natural fragrance-free ingredients. For a meal prep, my service business helps busy professionals eat healthy during the work by delivering ready-to-eat, blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm doing here? We use a lot of these frameworks. PAS is another one, problem, agitate, solution. You can't sleep. Your baby keeping you up all night. That's the problem, agitate. That makes you unproductive at work the next day and grumpy. So when people are agitated, they're more inclined to buy. Solution, introducing our baby meditation tool. These are one of the frameworks that we teach our members on how to take their idea to market. So no point you saying, one of our members cures melasma. I said, on the call, on the Zoom call we run, I said, who here knows what melasma is? Nobody put their hand up. You might know what melasma is, but the lady next to you or the man next to you might just know, I've got pigmentation. So it's not just about what we know, it's about developing a proposition we can take to market. So I want you to fill that out. My product or service helps who, do what, and how. So that's finding the product, the idea, and really coming up with a value proposition. Now, if you can answer this one, only we, oh, that's amazing. Only we can help your baby stop crying and have a good night's sleep in under 7 days. Wow. If you can have an only we statement, I mean, we're going to find that first 10K pretty easy to come by because let's be honest, the ads and stuff, I can show you 6 or 7 ways to run ads or 6 or 7 agencies. Bringing this to them is what matters, guys. I want to show you, yeah, so I'm going to give you a few, okay. So what I will do, what will I do? I'm going to give you the, okay, free gift number 2. You say, where's the first one? Right now in the chat, I will drop in our product, I haven't used it yet, have I? Pricing calculator. I'm going to show you really quickly how to use that because I'm going to put it in the chat. We haven't even used it. So let's use it. All right. Some of you might have seen this, but margins are a big thing that I talk about, right? So product margins, people don't know how to price. They say, oh, I got the cost price times it by 3. That's wrong. This tool here will tell you. So when you're going into Alibaba, oh yeah, the cost price is 10. What if I sell it for 60? Yep, Paul says good margin, green, go ahead. Cost price is 10. What if I sell it for 40? It was still a good margin. What if I sell it for 20? Bad margin. Just use that when you're going through Alibaba. Another way of doing it is to speak to your suppliers and say, hey, I want to sell the portable charger for 99. I want to make a 70% margin. So you should always aim for 70% margin, guys. I want to make a 70% margin. I need to land that product, buy it and ship it for $27 maximum. So you can use this tool as you're going through Alibaba to work with your suppliers. So check it in the chat. Remember to always look in the chat on your right, and sometimes I'll pin it to the top. Okay. Now, the bonus tool number 2 that I'm going to give you is a product and customer finder. How will we do this one? This one it's not in ChatGPT. So this is the one that someone was quoted $10,000 for. So I'm going to give you an example on how to use it, right? So you're going to see 2 documents, 2 things in the chat. One is you're going to see a ChatGPT link, and that looks like this. It's called the $100 million offer. It's trained on Alex Hormozi's Grand Slam offer. So it's crawled his book. Then the prompt, so 2 documents. Now in the prompt, this is all, I don't want you to touch this prompt except change your product here. Stylish and practical dog walking bag that also matches with the dogs. Right, so here I'm going to change this to generate a comprehensive set of unique selling points for, and just insert your idea. So what was our other idea? Portable solar chargers, right? So what I'm doing then is I'm just taking this, hopefully everyone can see, and I'm selecting it and I'm copying it. So just copy and paste straight into here, into our $100 million offer, and just, hopefully you can see, pasting it straight in there. Drum roll, let's see what comes out. This was a 10 grand document for a member. Look what it spits out, trained by Hormozi. So this has developed your ideal customer personas and their pain points. And your job, guys, is to solve the pain points. And this is going to help you solve the pain points, because if you can solve the pain points, you can take that to the bank. Now, what you do here is you say, all right, so number 1 is our ideal customer profile is the outdoor camper. Number 2 is the emergency preparedness families. Number 3 is the digital nomad. I haven't done this before. This is not prepped. This is all live. Hikers and backpackers. And then finally, our van life and RV owners. Okay, so what are their pain points? Oh, they need reliable off-power off-grid. They hate carrying heavy battery packs. They need faster, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what about the families? Oh, they need backup power during outage. They've got fears of phones dying during emergencies. Simple setup for family members. What about the nomads? They need charging while traveling. What about the hiker? Lightweight gear. It's amazing, man. So you can take all this and sort of go, wow, I'm going to refine it, and I'm going to look for the suppliers in Alibaba who have these key attributes, and I'm going to advertise around these attributes. So what it does now is it picks out the most common pain points, and it tells you how you can solve them. So Paul has a portable solar charger. Think about my ads. Does your phone battery die while you're outside? We've got a high-speed portable solar charger with USB-C fast charge. Is your charger too heavy to carry while you're hiking? Ultralight foldable solar charger design. This is your advertising strategy, guys. Solar charging feels too slow. Advanced high efficiency solar panels. This is building your whole marketing strategy, right? Now, I want to do some ads. Ad number 1, charge your devices anywhere using free solar power. Perfect for camping. Selling point 2, lightweight, foldable design. All this will go on the product page. Keeps phones, tablets, and gear powered when you need it most. This is amazing. Now watch this. Build me out 10 meta, let's say 5 meta ads with great books and copies. You don't need your marketing agency anymore. Meta ad number 1, dead phone in the wild. So I'll get my phone out and I'll go and record this content. Your phone dies right when you need it most. No maps, no flashlight, no way to call anyone. That's why smart campers and travelers are switching to portable solar chargers. Just unfold it, place it in the sun, and charge your devices anywhere. Fast charging, lightweight, blah, blah. How amazing. That's your meta ad there. You just got to go and now get into Canva and create the imagery. Now, that's yours. In the chat, go and use it. Have fun. You like this stuff? I got lots of this stuff. Usually what I like people to do is, when they work with me, is give me the what this has come up with, and then we coach them through it. Yeah, it's good, but have you thought of this? Or great, I've got the idea now. How do I shoot it? You like that? Is that handy for you guys? I think I've been going for 30 minutes. Okay, I think we can get through it. Is that handy, guys? Do you like that? Awesome. Okay, there's more good stuff like that. Man, I'm so proud of that. I hope we love that. So, okay, there's your 2 freebies so far. There's more to come. So now, I'm going to take you through one more thing. All right. So value proposition, I talk about it a lot. If you guys can come to me with a great idea, I mean, there's no foregone conclusions, but can we just agree that like ads can all get taught the same way? I could give you the best ad agency in Australia and the best, but what makes them work? What makes that idea work? Get a ROAS of 10, but then the same ad manager, the same strategy gets that person a ROAS of 1. It's the idea and the product and how we tell the story of the product. So that's why you're going to hear me talk about it a lot. So I've built the validator. So brands in our group have a product called the validator, like the Terminator, right? So I'm not going to go into it too long, but again, I get all these tools and I bring them together so it gives you guys the best chance at a bullseye. So what's the core product idea? A see-through toaster. Okay. What specific problem does it solve? Can see through, so your toast never gets burnt. Plus, it looks cool and is a talking point to friends. I should have said the solar charger. Sorry, I am going to say the solar charger. No, see-through toaster. I like the see-through toaster. Right, continue. Who's the audience? Adults, 25 and over. How will you make money? Sell it on Shopify. Who are your main competitors? Not sure. I'm being very lazy here, but we're short on time. How much funding have we got? 5,000 for stock and ads and a website build. Generate report. So it's going to assess whether or not, well, let me fix that. It's going to assess whether or not this idea is a good idea or a bad idea. I just pushed through an update, so it's probably not going to work right now, but let me just fix it. Now, the idea here is that I see way too many brands fail because nobody's ever sat down with them and actually said, this is not a great idea. And if you can push back on yourselves a little bit, or I can push back on you just to say, hey, not every idea is a great one. Go back to the drawing board and work a little bit harder on it. That will obviously, that's going to save you so much effort in the long run. And I think I'm not the guy that's just going to pat you on the back all the time and tell you it's amazing. I'm going to challenge you on your idea. So I'll come back to that. I'll just update that in the background. Okay. We'll come back to that. So let's move on to building the website. How do we do that, Paul? So not as hard as it was when I started, let me tell you. In fact, cheaper and easier than ever. So obviously I wrote the book, Shopify for Dummies. So that's an advantage, but there's a few tricks. So trick number one, I would just use the, honestly, I would just use the Shopify theme library just to pick a nice one, which is just going into, oops, that's going into the wrong, oh yep, that's the right side. So you just browse here and sort of say like, cool, I'm in clothing, I'm starting a clothing brand, let's have a look. Yep, really like this one. You go and buy the theme. Some of them are free, some of them are $100. Oh, I love this site. Great, buy it, implement it. You can implement it yourself. You don't want to implement it yourself? Great, I'll give you the contact of someone who'll do it offshore for peanuts. Really, that's essentially it. I don't want to dwell too much on that today because I think you guys can learn that yourself. The Shopify Sidekick is Shopify's AI. If I can click on that. So these days, what you're going to find is, I think I loaded this up elsewhere. You're going to find this little guy up here. See, I don't know if you can see that. This is a dummy store, so don't worry too much about that. But you can click on this guy up here, and you can sort of say like, I don't know, create a new product. Oops, product for me, women's bracelet called Paula for $99. All right, so you can hit it in there, and Shopify will work away there, and it'll just do it all for you. It'll create the product for you. It'll run reports for you. It'll put things on sale for you. So what I'm trying to do here, guys, is I'm really trying to alleviate the idea that I have to be super technical on Shopify. I mean, I wrote Shopify for Dummies. Like, I'm a dummy. I can use Shopify. It's really not hard, and it's easier now with things like sidekick. Now, again, I don't want to go into that today because I don't think that's the money-making content, really. I think the idea and how to launch it is the money maker. But yeah, you can see quite clearly that it's gone ahead and created that product for me. Okay. What should we move on to? All right. So I'll just quickly show you that it has created that product for me. There. So you can see the Paula women's bracelet, all created, set for $99. You just upload your images. So yeah, I just really want to make sure you guys know it's not so complex. Now, honestly, what would I do to build a website these days? Well, I'm pretty busy. I don't think I would do it myself. I would probably use someone like this guy for $262. He'll build you a store in 5 days. I don't get anything out of that. I don't even know this guy. I've spoken to him, but yeah, you can find anyone you like. At startup level, that's what I'd probably do. All right. How do you find those guys? You go to upwork.com or fiverr.com. Just go to either one of those sites. Upwork.com, fiverr.com. I'm sure you guys know what they are, but if you don't, it's just where I find graphic designers. It's where I find, Shopify developers. This guy's going to double your Shopify sales, $400. This guy's going to build you an online store for 125. So look, all these places are fine, and you can always ask me if you want me to check someone out or refer someone, but largely they're fine. So let's keep moving because I want to get into show you how to advertise and launch. So I'm sort of super tempted just to come back here for a second. Just jumping around a bit, but that's kind of my thing. See through Toaster. Looks cool. Plus, you can see if toast is getting banned. Hopefully this works. Adults who like toast. Sell on Shopify. I don't know, none. No one's doing it before. I've got 5K. Oops, 5,000 for stock. All right, looks like it's working now. So this will run a little bit of a diagnostic on my idea. And this is, again, what we give to our members just to say, yeah, let's cut to the chase. What do we think about the idea? So let's see. I haven't run this before on my see-through toaster. So let's see what it thinks of my see-through toaster idea. And again, I want you guys to be so tough on yourselves. I don't want you to, the world doesn't need another t-shirt brand unless it's something that's ultra niche or it's got like a really cool angle to it. Generic is not our friend in e-commerce. Coastal Girl is the brand that we work with doing so well at the moment because of the simplicity of the messaging. Your brand gets fried, your hair gets fried after swimming, just use Coastal Girl. So their value proposition is super strong. Okay, Validator doesn't like my idea. It says, well, probably not much market demand. The claim of no competitors is inaccurate. It's telling me, there you go. So it's telling me that my idea already exists. So it's giving me a 30 out of 100. I need a clear roadmap. Feasible. Appliance businesses are harder than typical Shopify products because they involve electrical safety. Fine. Yep. So it's giving me a pretty low score of 42. But I like the idea, so I'm not going to put it in the can. So I'm going to try and improve my idea, right? And it's going to give me like what's your marketing messaging ideas, what's your toast, is it brown so you can help stop it at the right time, kitchen gadget that's functional and visually impressive. So what, and it'll give you day 31, a roadmap for 90 days to launching this idea. I won't go into it too much, but it also tells you what to do on TikTok, Instagram, influencer seeding, etc. And what you can also do, guys, in this is improve the score, obviously. So it gives you a whole bunch of feedback on how you can, what are your three product, which three products are the close to your alternatives, and why would people switch to yours? So it asks all the questions that I would ask as a coach. Okay, so I'm not going to go through it now, but what I will actually tell you that at the end, this also spits out a brand kit for you. So it spits out logos and color palettes, and it will design logos and it will design your idea for you. It will also help you create Facebook ads and email marketing messaging. Okay, I don't have time probably right now to go in and answer all of the questions, but it will provide you all of that stuff, logos, visual identity, and we're going to talk about that later. So you can put all your details in here and it'll spit out a full marketing plan for you and your full brand kit. So it's pretty cool. So that's what we give to our members. All right, so if I get time later, I'll come back to it, but I think I probably won't. So a beginner's budget. So, all right, I want to make some money. How do we budget? Well, we're not really going to go into too much of that today, aside from saying that it's an important part of business. So we saw in the pricing calculator that you need to achieve a 70% margin, and I showed you how to do that. What's interesting is that a lot of people don't know how much stock to buy. So again, I'm not going to kind of go into all of that today, just because I don't think this is a finance lesson, but we help our brands create budgets. So just as an example, this particular dummy business here wants to do $86,000 in sales. We tell them that they need to buy $39,000 worth of stock. Now, I'm not going to go through the ins and outs of budgeting on this call because this is more about our product and our idea, but it is important to have a budget. And when we work with startups, we help them build budgets. So I probably just would leave it there for that. Now, but again, I did make the point you could start on any budget. Zero if you're doing drop shipping, and all the way up to 10, 100,000, whatever. So now we want to get into a launch checklist. Okay, so the launch checklist is broken down into L, lock in your USP. That's your value proposition. So remember all that stuff we spoke about? We help who to do what, how. That's all value proposition. That's number one. You cannot go past here. Now, the action for you guys today is go back and complete the USP template. You'll get a replay. You can sit down and just take your time. Now, you want to add that value proposition to your homepage. Or you could, if you're an existing member of ours, you could use Validator and it will create this for you. Coming to A, assemble your assets. Great. I've got an idea. I've got the value proposition. It's going to be great. Let's get the logo, the brand colors. Let's get the product images, product descriptions. Now, these assets can be made in Validator. But what I would also do is sometimes use Upwork, again, to say, put up an ad for a visual design, a brand kit. Hey, I've got a see-through toaster and I've got a budget of $300 and I want someone to create a full brand identity for me. I've got to say, it's getting easy with AI, which is how I use Validator, but you can absolutely get graphic designers on Upwork.com. That's Upwork.com. We might drop that one in the chat. So get your assets ready. You upload and build your store. So get on Shopify, no ifs or buts, it's the best platform. Keep it simple, use one of those themes you like, or just use the Dawn theme. Add your first 3 or 5 products that you found trending off Alibaba and sell them. Sell them. Shipping and so on is easy. That's all easy. Just start selling. Validating products, find the product off Shopify, put it through the validator or just put it through the ChatGPT tool I gave you. Is this a good idea? Craft your value proposition using ChatGPT, the one that I gave you. I'm getting excited because then it's like, cool, now just get old mate to build a website for 300 or do it yourself and stick your products up and let's go. So that's upload your website. N, nail the checkout. Keep the checkout clean. Just nothing fancy. Good shipping. If your AOV is $100, make your free shipping 100. If your average order values, AOV's average order value. If your average order value is 200, make your free shipping 200. Whatever, keep it simple. Test your checkout, buy your own product, set up your email notifications and abandoned cart recovery using Sidekick. Hey Sidekick, the one I showed you before, the AI. Hey Sidekick, set up email notifications for me. Done. Hey Sidekick, set up abandoned cart recovery when someone doesn't complete the checkout. Done. So nail the checkout. C, connect to your audience. So this is about traffic. Launch your Instagram, launch your TikTok. Back in at Validator, we provide our members with the game plan, but you can build your own. And you can also use that ChatGPT to build your own Instagram and TikTok game plan. Create a coming soon landing page with an email opt-in. Little tip for you. Go and watch Kickstarter, kickstarter.com. These are e-commerce brands who need to get money in to finish their product ideas because they're usually developing them with engineers. But those guys do a great job of driving traffic towards a landing page. to just say, great, you're here. We're launching our see-through toaster in 30 days. Sign up to be the first to get it. Get 10% off. Now, don't just sell a product though. Sell your story. Oh, I'm Paul and I found a see-through toaster because I was frustrated with blah, blah, blah. I kept burning my toast, and tell the story. Again, ChatGPT, that one I gave you, is great for developing storytelling. H is hit launch with confidence. Launch doesn't mean perfect, guys. Just get it out there. Get it live. Let's get scrappy. I've seen a guy in our group follow exactly what you're doing. He's making 400,000 a month on fans off Alibaba, trending products off Alibaba, 70% margin, single page landing page, value proposition out of what I just gave you, 400,000 a month. The brand is straight off Alibaba, just buying small quantities. The exact way I showed you. You don't all need to have this amazing product that changes the world. If you have that, I'm happy for you, but you don't need it. We're live with limited stock. Send that launch email out. Let's get it out. Let's get scrappy. And phase 4 is the $10,000 plan. So let's talk a little bit about making your first 10,000 with ads. Now, Validator creates your ad strategies for you. The ChatGPT makes the hooks for you, and we coach people on how to do their ads. Know who you're selling to. You don't need everyone. You need your 1,666.6 people. That's your right ones. So ChatGPT that I gave you will do this. Identify just one or two people, say core audiences. You don't want to sell to everyone. You want some people actually to hate what you're doing. If people aren't hating what you're doing, you're not doing it right. So think about the age, the interest, the problem they're solving, and what they care about. Now, I would encourage you to think about PAS. You can Google it, PAS. It's the best marketing strategy in the world. Problem, agitate, solution. Are you sick of going camping and your phone dies? You can't get in touch. Your partner's rung you 30 times. You're worried about whether the dog's been fed. When people are agitated, they buy. When they're up late at night and they can't sleep, they buy. It's a heightened state of agitation. So actually, I wrote an email called You're Agitated, and I like it. We want to agitate. And then you introduce your solution. Introducing the portable charger. Lightweight, never get blah, blah. Can you see the game plan here, guys? Can you see the game plan? It's not like, oh, I've got an idea, Paul, I'm going to sell it, run some ads. No, it's all connected. Problem-solving product. Who's your audience? What's the value proposition? How are you going to market it? What's the problem? How can you agitate them? Great. How can you introduce your solution? Then you do all of that on your ads. A lot of people just bouncing around like, oh, I've got the product off Alibaba, I'm running ads. See how it all flows. It's a system. Pick one ad platform first. So when you've got a small budget, start with one. It's typically going to be Instagram, great for visual and D2C products. TikTok is great as well, booming for younger generation, younger audience as well. TikTok shop coming. So we coach brands and all of that sort of stuff. And Google ads for products that people actively search for. That's probably not a bad one for the solar. You see how the portable solar searches were going up? So we'd probably do some Google ads on that. But pro tip, most startups see best traction early on Meta. Create one simple offer and one simple ad. Simplicity sells. Now, if I've got a budget of $30 a day, I'm not going to run 9 ads because 30 divided by 9, I don't know what it is, but the budget's too small for each ad. And then you think a week goes by and you've made no sales. Like, well, of course, because each ad spent $3 and customer acquisition costs are probably $30. So pick one channel, simple ads, maybe even 2 ads, and just test them using the strategy that I taught you before in ChatGPT. I'm going to film these 2 ads today, Paul. Great. Go and put a small budget, $30 a day behind them, whatever. And always start with your hero product, your best-selling product. Don't put slow movers in ads. Use a simple ad script. Struggling with, solution, CTA. I would say here, PAS, problem, agitate, solution. So as an example, meta ads still work, but you have to win on the math. So let's assume that it might be $30 to $50 to get an order. Your order must average $100 plus. So you're going to be selling things over $100. Not always, but it's just a bit easier. So rule of thumb is if it's a $40 cost per acquisition on a $30 product, you lose. So if you're selling a $30 cap, you probably need to acquire a customer for $10. Now it can happen, but it's just harder. But it can happen. Spend $40 cost per acquisition on a $110 bundle, scale away at a 70% margin. Happy days. Okay. So maybe start with $30 to $50 a day, run it for 5 to 7 days. Your ad formula using the strategy I taught you, the hook, the solution, problem, agitate, solution, tired of, your charger running out, no PowerPoint. Our solar charger fixes it, and here's how. Shop now, limited stock. Okay. If you find that your ROAS is 1.5 to 2, that's actually okay to scale it up every 20 to 30%, really, every few days. All right. Now, your path to $10,000 is essentially 91 orders at $110, 3 to 4 orders a day. Very doable. Using the strategy I've taught you today, very doable. Go at it blindly and just run ads on a crappy product? No. Haven't validated the product and the idea? No. Ads won't work. Go through the steps that I taught you today. So you notice I talk about ads last. How are we going for time, Chris? Maybe WhatsApp me because I can't see the chat. Track, learn, and tweak. Ads are feedback. Use it to track ROAS, cost per purchase, add to cart, drop-off rate. Kill what's not working and double down on what's working. This ad's working, double down on it fast. Now, the 3-part content strategy. So content's so important. We need content minimum 3 days a week, 3 times a week, but really it's every day, guys. It's getting to the point where it's three times a day. So show your product in use, demo how it solves a problem, show unboxing, close-ups, and benefits. For example, watch how our 3-in-1 bag goes from office to gym to travel in 30 seconds. 2, proof 2 times, made a mistake there, 3 times a week on your product. 3 times a week, show your product on socials. 2 times a week, show proof, testimonials, reviews, and user-generated content, befores and after, people reviewing the portable charger. Screenshots, customer photos, reviews. How are we going, Chris? I didn't get your message. Just let me know, please. Example, Jenna just hit 30 days of using our serum. Here's her glow up. Okay. 2 times a week on that. Personality and behind the scenes, we want 1 to 2 times a week. Things like a founder story, you packing orders, behind the scenes, employee generated content. If you're not showing your face, use a voiceover, a team member, your hands only. You don't have to show your face. You could just be talking using the product, text overlays. A lot of people don't like putting their face on socials, and that's totally okay. Chris, how are we going for time? Sorry, I know I keep asking, but I'm not getting that response yet. Chris, if you could WhatsApp me, please. Chris, how are we going for time? I don't want to keep these people waiting. Okay. The content finder. This is the best. I've got to rip in 51 minutes. This is the best. Simply, this is the best tool for content. Full stop. This will tell you exactly what to talk about. So you see the few that I've done before, melasma. I used that example earlier. That's one of our members selling product for melasma, and she can't think of what it's a pigmentation issue on the face. So she couldn't work out what to talk about in her socials. It wasn't working. So I gave her this tool and I said, well, here, this is what people are searching in Claude and ChatGPT around melasma. This is what's going on in Google. That's what's happening on social media. So I said, what I want you to do is answer that one. Oh yeah, she said, oh, melasma, chlasma, yeah, whatever that is. Melasma, what is it? That's your second reel. Your third reel, melasma treatment, melasma on face. Next one, I want you to do a reel on top dermatology. No, that's interesting that these people are actually trying to use AI to find specific. See how they're getting very specific in AI? What causes melasma to appear on the face? So your idea when you do content is to just answer what people are Googling, searching, and AIing. If you do that, you'll get high engagement. A lot of people just start saying, oh, I've used melasma. No, go in here, write blogs about it, get on TikTok about it. This tells me I rank on page 1 for many search terms. I use this exact strategy. Answerthepublic.com, I have no affiliation to it. Cost me $10 or $11 a month. It is the best subscription I've got. It is all content ideas across search engines, across social media. It will tell you what's blowing up on social media in your category. It will tell you exactly the hashtags to use, the YouTube videos that work. You can click on it and watch the videos. So running a bit low on time, so I won't spend too much time on that. So when we've started, we want to scale past 10,000. Always replenish your best-selling products, your grade A products. Shopify calls them grade A. They're driving 80% of your revenue. Push your marketing spend to find your ceiling. If you've set yourself a budget of, say, 20% of my sales will go into ads, and you're sitting at 15, push it up to 20, but don't spend too much. Invest a percentage of your sales into your product. Typically, for most of you, about 30% of your sales each month should go back into buying new product, replenishing good sellers, not all product, just good sellers, and buying new product, because new product is one of the keys to growth. And extend your subcategories. If I'm doing melasma, could I do a travel kit? Could I do melasma for men, for women, whatever? So extend into your subcategories first before pushing into new categories. If I do dog things, I want to explore all dog category before I move into before I move into cat. Dog collars, dog harnesses. I do harnesses, I want big harnesses, small harnesses. That's category subcategory extension before we go into new product development. So do we really see people hit $10,000? Yeah, this is one that started on this webinar. One Empire, how this 18-year-old turned a lingerie business into $1 million empire. She's doing 200,000 a month now, just got onto Nordstrom. That's One Empire. She's one of our members. You can Google that article. These are daily wins in our group, for same group as you guys, same size. Gemma placed her first order, didn't pay a deposit. Blythe had her first production run. Annabelle paid our first 30% down payment. Laura started Ecom Start, just started day one, and had 61 people join the wait list. Okay, we taught her that. Joanna got a PR story. Kate had a news article written. Laura, soon later, did her first $10,000 month. Started a marketing calendar. Sarah and Tay, $10,000 hit. Signed purchase order 2 factories. Had our first photo shoot.
Hey guys, Paul Waddy here. I've had another great week at Paul Waddy e-commerce, and I wanted to shout out a client. I can't say the name because not even her friends know that she's making this sort of money, but she'll be in the comments somewhere, see if you can find her or in the likes. So she's just made her first or about...
Okay, I think you could hear that. 0 to 100,000.
Hey guys, Paul Waddy here. I've had...
Now, some of you would have seen Mr. Sippy recently. That's them.
148 visitors right now. Oh, that is like wild. Oh, it's a new aid. Okay, so we got
Now, needless to say, they did very well on their first day, making over 50,000, I think, but follow the same strategy we taught them. Same strategy I'm teaching you. Starts with the product, guys. So can you type yes in the chat that if you believe, do you believe that you can start a profitable ecom business using the knowledge I shared with you today? Type yes in the chat. 100% you can. 100%. And even if I show you today if you use a tiny fraction of what I showed you, would you say that this time has been well spent? Let me know. I'm spent. I'm tired. Let me know yes if you agree. Now, give me 5 to 10 minutes. I don't have 15 to go through an offer with you. Now, Ecom Start is how I teach you guys in great detail. If you liked what I did today, I've got 100 workshops just like it, breaking it down into every step. We had to do it all in condensed, so I break it down. So Jake Paco from GDUP says this course will change your life. So there's over 130 video workshops just like today. Find the product, validate the product, import the product. How do I buy the product? How do I run it? All of it. How do I set the site? I break it down into self-paced lessons. I've said 90 days access, but we're going to give you lifetime access. You'll keep it forever. All right. So we're going to give you lifetime access to Ecom Start. All right. So what I want to quickly show you guys actually is what that looks like. So this is Ecom Start. All right. So you come in and you watch me first, and you come in and say, well, well, firstly, Paul, I want to find my product. Okay, start from scratch. Tools to help you find products, like what we just spoke about today. Choosing a brand name. Bonus lessons, how to design a product. That's when you want to work with a product engineer. And there's our Trend Scout tool. Yep, I've moved on from that. I want to find a manufacturer. Cool. Find a manufacturer. Tools to help you find a manufacturer. Learn the lingo, getting samples, negotiating payment terms. So we take you through all of that, and you just sit in here and you watch the videos. So you can see they're short, 7 or 8 minutes, bite-sized is how I've done this. Touch on that. Nonetheless, you'll be doing that soon. Hopefully you're getting... All right, so we break it down so that you can watch it in short bursts, right? So that it gets absorbed and you can watch it on the train, on the bus, wherever on the way home from school, from uni or whatever. So again, building your website, shipping and returns, winning social media, getting traffic, running your ads, all of those modules are covered to get you up and running. And you also have our community, right? So in the community, you'll be joined by hundreds and hundreds of 700 plus people just like you who are asking questions, and you can ask questions too. You can answer them. Someone's looking for their scalability reports. Mike's asking about meta ads, Klaviyo flows, because we've got Klaviyo coaches that will help. We've got meta coaches, we've got Google coaches, not just me. We've got a team, and we've got people sharing their wins. Emma had a new product. Carly's got her numbers in. Laura's had a moment of reflection, and so on. It's 10K goal. That was Sarah. So you can join in the conversation, ask questions. Your calendar is here with all of our sessions that are coming up. We'll come to that in a minute. But that's what we're offering today. If anybody wants to work with us to get to the $10,000 quick smart, work with me. Now, we give you heaps of tools there. Our go-to-market playbook. We've got hundreds and hundreds of resources. So I would ask you, what do you think you should pay to get some lifetime access to that? 10,000, 15,000, that's what other people are charging. You'll find that this is going to be the cheapest offer for coaching that you will get. And it's $1,500 once-off payment, lifetime access. And we have Afterpay available. So right now I'm going to drop the link into the chat. You might see it go up to the top, or I might pin it to the top, but just look in the chat, and you also might see an offer appear. Click that offer button at the bottom, or look at the top of the chat, or just keep an eye on the chat if you want to get that lifetime access for $1,500, and Afterpay is available.
Hey guys, another great week in the world of Paul Waddy e-commerce. This week, I really want to shout out Who is Elijah. Adam and Raquel have been doing a great job.
So I coach Adam and Raquel from Who is Elijah, $75,000 in one day, what they made. So for $1,500, you will get access to the school community. You will get Ecom Start, which is the course that I've just shown you. You'll get, I should say, sorry, you'll get Trend Scout as well for free, and you'll get Validator. So the Trend Scout tool to help you find products and the Validator product, both of that is included lifetime access to both of those softwares for $1,500. That's a once-off payment. There's no other recurring charges at all. You'll get also a masterclass with Brock Johnson, which I probably didn't show you, but I will just quickly if we have time, Chris. So the masterclass, some of you would have seen Brock Johnson. He's a friend and he's the world's best Instagram coach. So we brought him out. We do physical events throughout the year. We did one last month on the Gold Coast. We're doing another one in a couple of months. And you'll see that here we have lots and lots of extra bonuses that I haven't spoken about today. And one of those is Brock Johnson, the future of social media, how the algorithm has changed. So he came out and talked to us, and you can watch that workshop as well. Brock charges a lot. So we've included the access to Brock's session there for you guys. Now, how are we going for time? Chris just sent me a little message. Hopefully, nope, last 5 minutes. Okay. Now, a special bonus for the first 15 of you that enrolled today, and I can see that a couple of you already have. I'm going to give you Shopify Start as well. So Shopify Start is another course that I'm going to give you lifetime access to, which takes you through step by step how to start a Shopify website, how to build the website. So when you log into your access, not only will you see Ecom Start, but you will also see all the way down here, Shopify Start down here. So go into Shopify and a whole new program starts with 80 plus workshops. How to do reviews, how to do user experience, how to handle inventory in Shopify. So over 80 sessions there, absolutely free for you guys. Now, what we're also going to throw in is sessions from the July intensive, which was our physical meetup. We had Who is Elijah talking, we had e-shopping group, we had an international expansion panel, we had the Maison de Sabre story, we had some of our more viral brands here, Budgie Smuggler, and so on. That's actually the wrong one there, Chris. That's the wrong one. And then we had a whole bunch of Brand Gravity with Dane Walker. So we'll throw in all of those for free as well. And then that's worth $3,000 usually. So we'll throw that in for free. Now, pretty exciting, but I want to talk to you about working with me. I want to coach you. I want to coach you guys to get to $10,000. Okay. So it's not cheap to work with me, to be honest, for coaching, but I want to coach you guys for 90 days to accelerate your path to $10,000, right? So for 90 days, I'm going to give you weekly coaching. Now that's $4,000 a session. It's in a group, but we keep the group small and we don't end until every one of you has spoken to me and asked me questions about your idea, your challenges. You want me to validate it every single week. Sometimes I bring in guests like coaches from Who is Elijah or meta coaches or Clavio coaches, but usually it's me. And there's 90 days of coaching. For that, I'm going to charge you absolutely nothing. So I want you to win. I want you to get to that $10,000. I'm going to coach you for 90 days on top of everything else I've given you today. So that's for the first 15 of you because we don't like that coaching group to be too big. So all you need to do is click the link and sign up. You've got Afterpay if you like. We have a money back guarantee as well if you find that it's not for you. And you'll get immediate access to everything that I just spoke about. You could be on tomorrow's Zoom with me. So it's as simple as that. All of that sort of stuff that I've spoken about today, it's a $1,500 once-off payment, no recurring charges. So Raquel from Who is Alive says, take this course. I wish I did 5 years ago. We have back it with a money day guarantee. $1,500 once-off payment. We don't even have 10 minutes. We've only got a few more minutes left. So I just want to recap. Full lifetime access to Shopify, to Ecom Start. Over 100 workshops designed to help you go through to start your online business. Access to the school community where me and other coaches will talk to you and answer you every day. You can also ask questions to others. Brock Johnson's Instagram masterclass, plus all the other bonus tools, bonus workshops. Validator for free, the Validator software to validate your idea and build your marketing plan. Trend Scout to help you find trending products. Lifetime access for that for free. The big one, coaching with me for 90 days. 90 days of coaching with me. That's a one-off payment of $1,500. You can break it up on Afterpay if you'd like to, for the first 15 of you. So we can't do that for everybody. So if it's expired, you'll know. So just get in there quickly. I'll leave the link open for a minute or so, but just in the chat, it'll either be pinned up to the top right of the chat or it might be rolling through, or you could click offer on the bottom. Okay? So if you like today's session, you'll like my weekly sessions. And that's how I'll be talking to you, except I'll be able to see you this time and make sure that I'm answering your questions directly, and you'll have access to over 200 workshops. Look, we're just going to help you as much as we can. If you've got a chance of success, we're going to eke it out of you guys. We are going to make sure we get it out of you. Now, we've got 2 more minutes, guys. Hit that link. I can see a bunch of you have, so hopefully you made the 90-day training. If you didn't get the 90-day training, I'm sorry, we try and keep it small, but you'll still get lots and lots of value out of lifetime access of the program. If the link's dead for you, it means there's no more 90-day training. Now, I mentioned for you existing businesses that are past start. I'm going to drop a new link in for you now to have a chat about Ecom Accelerate. Ecom Accelerate is for those of you that have already started and you think you're past startup level and you're trying to get to that $10,000 a month mark, or 50,000 or 80,000. So if you're established and you're past this already, we're going to drop a link in for you to have a scale check with one of our specialists who will tell you if we think we can grow your business from where it is now. So you existing businesses, click that link that I've just dropped in, or the team's just dropped in, and have a scale check, which is an obligation-free assessment of your business to see if we think we can help you grow it. But for you beginners, hit that link. Let's get in. I think we're bang on time. Man, I tried to pack a lot in there. So have you guys loved that? Has that been valuable for you? I can see a bunch of you. I'll be seeing a bunch of you this week by the look of it on the Zooms. And look, please, when you join straight into school, say hello, introduce yourself, say hello to the community. We've got amazing coaches in. Angus Cohen, who you might have seen on Instagram, is our Clavio coach. We've got superstar coach, the CFO from Louis Vuitton. We've got meta coaches, Casey, who does the ads for Who is Elijah. We've got a superstar team. So get in there and say hello in school. We've got UX specialists, website specialists. We've got a little black book of networks in there, freight forwarders. So there's a great community in there, guys. And we want to, me and my team want to see you in there saying hello. So guys, click that link. $1,500 today only. That deal is not, we will not extend it till tomorrow. Okay, so you just need to click that link, get straight into it. We won't be extending it because, quite frankly, other people are charging $10,000 for this without the live training. So go ahead as a money back guarantee, split it up in Afterpay if you need to. I'll leave it open just for another minute for some of you to get in there. And I think that's about it. All right, apologies if you didn't get part of the live training. Yeah, only 15 of you could. So thanks very much, everybody, for sitting through this hour with me. I hope you're revved up and excited because, listen, you spend $1,500, you might build something here that's worth $1 million in a year, 2 years. So it could be, you know, hopefully the best money you've ever spent. I can't wait to help you build something. And if you've got something inside of you, some sort of potential, I'm going to try and get it out of you. So lovely to see you all here. Thanks so much for joining in. I can see a whole bunch of you have signed up, so I'll be working with you guys very soon, and we'll see you on the Zoom calls and in school. Say hi to me in school, and I'll see you in the forum. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of the day or evening, depending on where you are. Thanks all. Bye for now.